Santi.
Santi. How many of you?
11.
11.
This is Ajahn brother.
Oh, I see. Look like him. Yeah.
Ajahn is around.
Yeah, I heard he's coming for the Ajahn Jia, Nungpu Jia anniversary.
ใช่ครับ
21st. Oh no, 20.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Huh?
อาจารย์เก่งได้เลยมั้ย ไหนจริงๆนะครับ
Younger brother or older brother?
อาจารย์older.
You're older.
Yeah.
How old are you?
58.
58.
อาจารย์เก่ง52 53 52 lưu sanh này. 52.
How many brothers sisters you have?
My family was 6. My mom is 6. Yeah.
I see. How many boys?
4.
4 boys, 2 girls. I see. You want to become a monk like your brother?
I become monk 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah, last week.
Last week. Were you there when I gave you the talk?
Yeah.
Why not stay on?
Don't know how to answer.
It's like swimming. If you don't know how to swim, you don't like to get into the water. You have to know how to become a monk.
Yeah.
If you know how to live like a monk, then you can become a monk. But if you don't know how to live like a monk, then you cannot. So how many days you staying in Thailand?
5. Tomorrow going back.
Going back tomorrow.
Yeah.
What did you do at Nungpu Jia temple?
See? 做什么？哦，珍宝，他们是那宝卡。
No, I mean Nungpu Jia. The anniversary.
Yeah.
What was the function or the ceremony? Anything special?
哦，他纪念龙普家的。
Passing away of Abhijato.
Yeah. How many monks are there?
I don't know. Many count a lot.
A lot of monks.
Yeah, many.
Who's the senior monk? You know?
Senior 是吗？
Ajahn came.
没有，不是。龙婆翠，龙婆真真莲，真莲。龙婆翠哥哥。不是龙达。
Long Po Chui is the abbot and his brother.
But no other teacher came for the event.
Chakuntep.
打到跟天。
Chakuntep from Buriram.
My English not very good.
Somdet
you.
Somdet Waranat ค่ะ Somdet Waranat.
Somdet Waranat. Many people?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of people. So how many of you here?
11.
11.
Yeah.
All come together from Singapore
Yeah.
and Malaysia. It's right next to the border, right?
Yeah, not in border, nearby.
Nearby. How far from the Singapore downtown?
多久？
About 1.5 hours from Wat Yannasangwararam to the Chonburi temple.
I see.
Not feeling well.
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
ยังไม่ไม่ออก
No? Speak English?
เขาจริงๆนะ不用怕这还行
From Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia.
Oh, I received them from Malaysia.
他们一直要来
Oh. Every time they want to come and see Long Po. They are from Malaysia.
I see. What do you want to see me for? I have exactly the same thing you have. I have teeth, you have teeth. You know? I have hair, you have hair. We all have the same thing.
spiritual different.
We are all the same. You have a mind, I have a mind.
Different minds.
You think, I think.
No, different thinking.
What's the difference? You don't want to be like me. Because my duty is to convert you. So you should be afraid of me, because if you come close to me, you might eventually become a monk. You want to become a monk?
If there is any chance.
You think so?
Yeah.
What chance?
After my family, I can take care of my family, my parents.
He's the only son.
The only son. So you have to wait for your family to disappear before you can. What happens if you disappear before them? So you really don't want to become a monk. You just use your family as an excuse. Because during the time of the Buddha, there was the man, he's the only son in the family.
Oh.
Okay.
And he wanted to become a monk. But his family, his parents wouldn't allow him to become a monk. So he protested by fasting. He stopped eating until he can become a monk, then he'll eat. His parents went to ask his friends to come and convince him to stop, persuade him to stop fasting. But he wouldn't listen to his friends either. He either die or become a monk. So eventually his parents gave up and let him become a monk. See, so there's a difference between wanting to become a monk or not wanting to become a monk. You don't want to become a monk yet.
You'll become monk with fasting.
Okay.
You don't like to become the Buddha. You don't want to be like the Buddha and his disciple.
Sorry.
You don't want to be like the Buddha and his disciple.
Okay.
你要吗？
Yes.
那个become monk，那个出家了 become monk。
You want?
Yes.
Then you have to act like him. Have you studied his teaching?
Some part of it.
Yeah.
Slowly.
You should study a lot. Study about his life. Study about his teaching. Then it will give you a lot of enthusiasm, encouragement. Because you'll find that his way of life is the best way of life. Our way of life is not a good way of life. Our way of life is full of problems, full of sadness and unhappiness. The way of life of the Buddha has no sadness, no unhappiness. Always happy. Don't you want to be happy?
Yeah. Not easy.
You should become a monk. That's the way to happiness. The way of a monk. The way of a meditator. Don't look for happiness outside of yourself. Because everything outside yourself is not true happiness. They are false happiness. They're like mirage. You know what mirages are?
So,
Mirage. They're not real. Yeah. Something you see, but when you get to to the point where you think that the thing that you see, when you get there, there's nothing, it's empty. That's the kind of happiness you've been chasing after. You think you're gonna happy by having this or having that. Once you got it, you find it's not happiness. You find it's problem. If you have a girlfriend, you'll have problem. If you have a family, you have problem. But you think you'll have happiness, right? So everything you think that will make you happy will always turn out to be problem. Because they are all problems. We don't see them as problems. We see them as happiness. That's because we are blind to the truth. We see them according to what we think they are, not what they are. So we always end up unhappy. And the thing that makes you happy, you look at them as being not happy. You think living as a monk is a terrible way of living, right? You can only last for 10 days. He became a monk for 10 days and he was already happy to give up the rope. Because he thinks it's not a way to happiness. Because before you can get to happiness, you have to go through hell first. You have to fast. You have to only eat once a day. And no TV, no entertainment. But the thing that you think, that you consider to be happiness, they are really hell. But you don't know it. Because you're so addicted to it. They look good to you, like drugs. People take drugs because they think make them feel good, right? But any time when they cannot take drugs, they feel terrible. It's the same way when you become a monk, you feel terrible because you cannot have what you used to have. When you're a lay person, you can do anything you want to do. But when you become a monk, you are restrained. So when you are restrained, you feel bad. But to restrain your mind is good because what you do is usually harmful to you. But you don't know that. And when it happens, it's too late to stop it from happening. So have you ever thought of the sadness and unhappiness that will come toward you in the future? Have you looked at it yet? You see any unhappiness coming toward you? Any sadness coming toward you? Or you only see happiness waiting for you? You see aging, you see sickness, you see death. Are they happiness or sadness? So what you gonna do about it? Can you stop from going to meet it? Can you be happy by meeting it? Why not? It's only how your mind look at it. If you look at aging, sickness and death as bad, then you don't like it. When you don't like it, when you have to face it, you become sad. But if you're looking at aging, sickness and death as good, then you will be happy to meet it. See, the reason why you look at aging, sickness, and death as bad is because you want to have this body to serve you, to be your servant all the time. But your body can only serve you for so long. After a while, it will get sick, get old, and die. But if you don't have to use your servant, you don't have to use your body, then it would not matter to you when the body gets sick, get old, or die. Actually, you feel good because you don't have to pay any salary to your body. Right now, you have to pay salary to your body. You have to feed it every day. You have to wash your body, look after your body, exercise your body, keep your body healthy and strong. So this is the price you are paying for having a body. But if you don't need to use your body, then you don't have to worry about it. In order not to use your body, you have to have something to replace the body. Right now you rely on your body to acquire happiness. When you come here, you're happy because you change the sight, sound, smell, and taste. When you're used to the same sight, sound, smell, and taste, you get bored. But when you move to a new place, like coming to Thailand, you see different sight, hear different sound, and it excites you. It makes you feel good. Yeah. So you have to stop using the body to make you feel good. And the only way to replace your body is to meditate. Because when you meditate, you can have another kind of happiness. The happiness not having to use the body. You have to use the Dhamma instead. The Dhamma here is mindfulness. Sati. If you have sati, you have mindfulness, you can keep your mind peaceful and calm and happy. So when your mind is happy, you don't need to have the body to take you to Thailand, to take you to Hong Kong, to take you all over the world. You can do it now, today, yes, but 50 years from now, 40 years from now, what you gonna do? When you want to go to Hong Kong and you cannot go. When you want to come to Thailand, you cannot come. You have to stay at home or stay in the hospital. So you're afraid of getting old, getting sick, and die, because you think you'll lose all your happiness that you can get. But if you know how to meditate, know how to keep your mind calm and peaceful, then you don't need to use the body. Then you're happy to get old, get sick, and die. Because then you don't have to worry about taking care of your body. See, right now, every day, you have to look after your body. And you're afraid something might happen to your body. Anything can happen. Accident can happen. Diseases can happen. Contagious disease, like the SARS and the MERS. Anything can happen. So you always worry about your body. That's because you depend on your body as your source of happiness. So you should switch your source of happiness from your body to the Dhamma, to the developing of the Dhamma, sati, mindfulness, samadhi, and panya. Because when you have the Dhamma, then your mind can always be happy, regardless of what happens to the body. The body can get sick, get old, or die. Or you can become poor, have no money to travel to Hong Kong, to Thailand. You can stay at Wat Santi and be happy. I stay here for 30 years now. I didn't go anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere. So this is what you should try to do, is to develop Dhamma. Once you have Dhamma, you have mindfulness, you have Samadhi. And when you have Samadhi, you can develop wisdom. And when you have wisdom, you will have total happiness, permanent happiness. And whatever happens will not affect you. Rich or poor, old or not old, sick or not sick, living or dying, will not be any problem. Right now you are moving toward problems in the future. When you get sick, get old, and die. But you can avoid this problem. You cannot avoid getting sick, getting old, and die, but you can make them not to become a problem to you, for you. If you don't need your body, if you don't use your body. That's the purpose of becoming a monk, to stop using the body to serve as a source of happiness, and to use the Dhamma instead as a source of happiness. So you should set this as your goal. This is the destination where you want to go, to have the Dhamma instead of the body, because the Dhamma is permanent. It will be with you all the time. It will never leave you, but your body will leave you. That's why you have to keep looking for a new body. When this body disappears, you go look for a new body. You come and become born again. Sometimes you get a human body, sometimes you get an animal body. And you have to go through all the problem of having a body. Survival. We are more fortunate than our parents. Our parents had to go during period of war, Second World War. They have to go through a lot of hardship. So we are lucky not to go through like them. So we don't see the hardship of having a body. Some people could not withstand this hardship. Some of them kill themselves. Even nowadays, people, when they get old, get sick, they cannot face this hardship from getting old or getting sick. So they try to find ways of killing themselves. See, that's the downside of life. We only look at the upside. Like when we are young, we're strong and healthy. We can do anything we want. But we never look at the downside. When we become sick, we become old, and when we have to die. So you should constantly think about this thing to remind you that life is not good, that having a body is not good, that relying on a body as a source of happiness is not good. We should switch the source. Like nowadays we try to switch from using oil. We try to switch to some other form of energy, source of energy, sustainable source of energy, like wind, like solar. But even this, they are also not sustainable in the long run. Eventually the sun will lose all the heat. The sun is just like a big ball of gas that is burning right now. But eventually the gas will disappear. Then what happened to this earth? When it has no sun, it will be dark and cold. And life will not be able to exist. But if you don't need the body, then it doesn't matter. You can still be happy. When I say you or me, I don't mean the body. I mean your spirit or your mind that possess this body, that uses this body as a means of acquiring happiness. But if you have the Dhamma, then you don't need to have the body to acquire happiness. So that's the whole point here in Buddhism, is to switch your source of happiness from the body to the Dhamma. You have to force, because it's like changing habit. Habit is hard to change, but it's not impossible. You just have to force yourself to do it. It's like switching your hand. If you are left or right-handed, and if your hand happens to be incapacitated, then you will need to use the other hand. When you first try to use it, it will be difficult because you never use it. But after you do it again and again, a while, it will become normal. You become used to it. Then you can use it like to your other hand. Because how come right hand people and left hand people can use either hand? Because the hand is not the one who's doing the work. It's the mind. The mind used to use the right hand, so it only use the right hand. But when there's no right hand to use, then it has to relearn how to use a new hand. It's just a matter of learning. It's the same way of switching your body to the Dhamma. It's a matter of learning a new skill. You used to use the body as your source of happiness. You're skillful using your body, but you're not skillful using the Dhamma. See? So now you have to switch before it's too late. Right now you have plenty of time. You're still young, still strong. If no accident happens, you have many years to switch. But if you keep waiting for your parents to die before you do it, by that time it might be too late. So you should do now. You can do it with your parents alive. You don't have to look after your parents every day, 24 hours a day, right? You can come here, but you cannot become a monk. You can go to anywhere you like to go, but to become a monk, somehow it's not possible, because it's like leaving your family. But here you are leaving your family now. You can do it. So if you can come to Thailand, you can go to Wat Santi and practice. At least once a week you should go and stay in temple. Or stay for as long as you can. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. To learn a new skill, see? To learn to use the Dhamma, not using your body. The 8th precept is the standard to stop you from using your body. If you keep the 8th precept, then you cannot use your body to find happiness. So if you cannot use the body, then you have to use the mind, use the Dhamma. So you should try to keep the 8th precept. and then try to develop mindfulness. Mindfulness is the first, the most important Dhamma. It's the starting point for all the Dhamma. If it's driving a car, it's the key to your car. If you don't have the key, you cannot get into the car. You cannot start the engine and drive the car. If you don't have mindfulness, you cannot make your mind calm and have samadhi. And if you have no samadhi, you cannot develop wisdom or insight. And if you don't have no wisdom or insight, then you cannot become enlightened. So you first need to have mindfulness. And mindfulness you can have it anywhere, you can develop anywhere. But it will be better in a temple where there are no activities that will disrupt your mindfulness. Especially if you are alone, it's easier to maintain mindfulness than being with people or doing things. Because when you do things, your mind has to think. The purpose of developing mindfulness is to stop thinking. Because if your mind don't stop thinking, you will not have peace or happiness. So you have to stop the mind from thinking. And you should be staying in a place like a temple where it's more quiet, where there are less activities that will not disrupt your mindfulness. Once you have mindfulness, when you sit to meditate, your mind will become calm very quickly. You will become concentrated, become one. Then you'll find the happiness that is better than the happiness that you get from your body. Once you have this, then you can stop using the body. When you don't need the body, then whatever happens to the body will not matter anymore. You will not be afraid of getting sick, getting old, or die. Because it doesn't make any difference to you. You can still be happy without the body. Actually, you'll be happier because you don't have to serve your body. You don't have to look after your body, take care of your body. So this is what studying about Buddhism is about. To learn the way of finding a new source of happiness. Once you have found that source of happiness, then you can stop relying on your body. Then you can stop from keep reborning again and again. The reason why you keep coming back and have a new body because you need a body to keep you happy, to make you happy. But the happiness that you get from the body is not far less than the suffering that you get from the body. The pain that you get from the body outweigh the happiness that you get from the body. So it's bad investment. It's like buying stock. And when you sell, you buy 100. When you sell, you only sell 10. It's not worth the investment. But the opposite way is true. You invest in the Dhamma, invest 10 and you get 100 back. Okay? You have any question?